Hey guys, welcome to another episode of RoadFS Detail Memoirs. That's right, baby. It's Jody and Rod. And guess where we are today? Let's see if I can figure it out because I am in the wrong place.
We're at the rag company. So we're dropping in on the rag company. We're going to just assault them and talk about their products and what they do. As always, Detail Memoirs is sponsored by RoadFS, the software that drives your business. So we're going to walk inside of the rag company and we're going to just check out all the new WOWO stuff, microfiber, everything they do, the P&S products that they sell, and let you guys know everything you can get from the rag company.
And before we go in, we got to go check out the
rag
ride, man.
This hand turned
So there we go, man.
So this is Levi's rig, and by the way, the coolest license plate ever, Ragnarok. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
This right here.
Little WOWOs, brand new product being offered by the rag company. It's their own detail product line, which we're gonna go and talk to them about. So where are we going, Rod? Let's go inside, baby.
Roll it out.
Woo!
So we're just taking over.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
yo!
Look at that.
We are in the house.
Look at that.
We're just doing a little
waxing
sprucing up. That would wax up the countertop here.
I wish this was smell-o-vision so you guys could catch
Oh gosh, it smells awesome.
Some of the new mallow wax.
Oh yeah.
Woo, doggy.
Marshmallows. Sit over there, yeah. Just cleaning it up for you guys, sprucing up the place a little bit, dusting things off. You were stapling some paper earlier. You know,
all the important
Hey,
stuff.
you got to do something, right?
Yeah. Master of all trades.
Absolutely.
Well, it was more like you were stapling some envelopes.
Yeah, and then just unstapling them. I wanted to look busy when you guys came in.
Yeah. Didn't
I already
want to look
stopped.
That's what Rod does every day, so you know.
Full-time job. If you look up job description of Rod, it just says look busy.
type something. Click
Say something stupid, look busy.
Yeah, you say something stupid all the time, but I'm used to it.
What I do, bro.
So man, we're
How are you guys?
We're great.
They're awesome. So
Yeah, we got to
wanna
give the
come
hug,
down,
man. Good
show
to see
everything
you.
that you guys have and do, which is a lot.
We do.
So
We've started doing a lot more. So it's
A lot more.
Yeah. Well.
What are you trying to take over the entire detail world?
No, that's not possible for another 5 years. Sorry. I said too much.
I love it.
Tell people that. No. So as most people know, we launched that new brand, WOWOs.
yes.
We are the primary distributor for the U.S. And it is a brand out of Scotland. And so that was one of those projects that we've been working on behind the scenes for the last 19 months. Anthony and I.
And you guys kept it a good secret, man.
It
That
was really difficult.
It was really hard. So we spent, 19 months working on the line to try and get it as good as it possibly could. Back and forth with the company in Scotland, just to try and get it ready to launch in the U.S. And so that was a big deal. So that's been kind of our primary focus, was getting that ready to go, and then launching it at SEMA, which was great. Releasing it at SEMA and then actually physically doing a launch December 9th. So product's been out for a little over a month now, and we're doing pretty good. We've had some good traction, some good success. People really like it. And the goal, the goal we came up with WOWOs was we wanted it to be simple and easy. We wanted anybody to use it, whether you're a professional detailer or you were just starting out. There wasn't a lot of training that needed to happen with it. You could literally use it, spray it, wipe it, and be done with it. And we wanted everything to be fun, simple, easy. And the goal was, if you're just starting out, we want you to fall in love with detailing. If you've been a detailer a long time, we want you to get some enjoyment out of it. We want you to have some fun with it. We want you to enjoy the smell of the products. And like I said, the mallow wax smells
it smells awesome. As soon as you walked in, it was like, wow, it smells great in here.
So a couple of things, and I want to kind of jump way back to Rag Company. These guys do so much. If you guys don't know this, anybody out there does not know that, and you can turn and just focus on these right here. These guys sell what my daughters have told me are the premium cosmetic rags. I'm not sure if that's the right term, but their facial cloths are from what my daughters say, they're the bomb. So they sell stuff from that all the way through detailing to whatever else you need. You guys are not just a distributor and a storefront for P&S detail products. You are the largest distributor of
feed maker
P&S in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's just these three. There's nobody else. Just them and a dog.
Yeah.
No, it's not them. There's tons of people.
There's an entire
John
team.
and Carolyn and Jeff, and there is the dog, Parker's. Don't act like you're not excited that they have a dog, because they have a dog. You guys are all big and tough and everything, but they have a cute little shop dog, and it's cool.
But no, we do have 30 employees.
Yes.
And
That's awesome.
Everybody here does amazing jobs to get everything out and keep this whole train running.
Right.
Really frustrated with that.
And one of the other things is that these are some of the nicest individual human people on the entire planet.
Hands down.
Unbelievable.
Hands down.
So if you want to do business with a company of really, really nice people, you've got two options. It's the Rag Company or Zenware. Or both. And we love that. It's a dual thing. So
I actually think Rag Company's nicer. I mean, Carolyn is unbeatable.
Jeff, everybody. They're just phenomenal. They're just phenomenal. So let's go around here and look at something. So you guys distribute all kinds of stuff. The Grit Guard, Optum, pads from Root.
So we do buff and shot,
Lake Country.
So we've got under our tree, I guess you could say, we've got obviously Rag Company. We manufacture over 150 different types of microfiber. We've been doing it since 1999. Then we distribute for Optimum, P&S, WOWOs as for chemicals and solution finish. Then for equipment and tools, obviously Grit Guard, our brushes, Detail Factory. And then pads, we do pads from Lake Country, Buff and Shine, and Rupes. And then we also, for compounds and polishes, we do Last Cut and some of the Optimum line. And so that's the majority of that. And then, of course, IK, we're famous for bringing IK to North America, helping spearhead that.
There they are.
And then, like I said, our friends at Grit Guard are awesome, and we try to do a bunch with everybody. And that's kind of our forte, but most of the stuff that we sell, we use. Well, majority of it.
Yes.
We don't bring on anything that we don't use personally, or that we don't,
or that you wouldn't use if the situation presented.
Exactly. And that's kind of, everybody goes, how can I get my products into your store? How can I get my products onto your website? How can I get my products into Amazon? And the main rule of thumb is, well, Anthony and I have to like it, and we have to use it. And if we can't agree on it, then it's not going to come into the store.
Right.
Well, it's not as easy as something just being good. It has to be good in a way that appeals to both of you guys.
Well, and it has to fit a need. We have to see if it has a need. There's so many products on the market that people say work, and they do, but they might not work for us. And if they're not going to work for us, then it's not a reason for us to sell it. So we're not, just because we don't sell something doesn't mean it's not good. It's just, it's not going to work.
It's a lot easier to sell things and educate on things when you actually believe in it and actually use it.
Yes.
If you don't believe in it, you don't use it. It's not a real thing. And it's like you're out there making a video, you're on a live video, or whatever you may be doing. We're pretty transparent in terms of being able to see kind of where our emotions pretty out there, so people can see whether or not we like something. So. When we actually do like it and believe in it, it just comes natural to where we're able to talk about it, and that way we don't feel like we're like living a lie by selling stuff that we don't actually
not
like
fun
to
if
use.
you gotta do that.
No.
So everything that we sell, we absolutely love. I mean, I still remember the first time that we used Bead Maker, and it was when Rennie Doyle visited here, and he was in the Swirl Assault vehicle, and we were wiping it down. He's like, "Oh, hey, I got this stuff here. You want to give this a try?" And it was our first time using it was actually a wrapped vehicle, right? So we didn't really get the full experience.
And
but
it's a matte finish wrap as well.
It's not going to really tell you.
And so he kind of downplayed it, like, yeah, you can use this on pretty much wraps. You can use it on paint, glass, all this stuff. And then we've had a good experience. We loved the way it smelled. And then he left us a couple bottles to play with. And then it was in those following weeks and months when we started doing all of our testing. The first times we actually started taking it to paint is when we were like, oh my God, this is something else. And so, and that was something that we knew. We both signed off on that, saying there is no reason why we shouldn't carry this, because we like it as much as we do, and if we like it, we hope that other people will like it as well. So just kind of a cool experience there. And I mean, and everything else just kind of, you know, fell into place. You know, we started with Optimum on the chemical side of things, and then following that, the PNS stuff fell into place perfectly, and then the WOWO stuff fell into place perfectly. So
let's pan around and look at some of the stuff you guys are doing.
It's kind of a mess right now.
This is your mess.
this is people coming in and, you know, it's pulling from the
It's
front
a mess
is what
in the
it is,
sense
yeah.
that it should be in order right now.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. But, so yeah, but I mean, basically, this is kind of like a wide variety of things. You know, our core thing that we're always going to sell, our number one seller is obviously towels, and that's what we do. And so, towels are our bread and butter, and we have more towels than we know what to do with. And then everything following that is just things and accessories that will work best with those towels. And that's where, when we first started using Optimum, we found that they worked great with our towels. Then we started using PNS, they worked great with our towels. WOWOs worked great with our towels. So we'll always be a towel company, we'll always be selling towels, but the addition of chemicals and things like that make it to where it's more of a one-stop shop on the website, if that's what you're trying to do, and if you're looking to get certain products that may not be distributed, you know, anywhere else. You know, we have exclusives to a couple different things as well. So,
Do you guys have a lot of people that you have the ability that somebody could order direct from you?
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. So
Okay, so deviation from Rag Company, let's throw a pitch out there. For those of you using RoadFS, if you have a vendor section turned on, you can actually turn on the Rag Company as your preferred vendor, put those products right into RoadFS, and send a PO directly to this office and get your order shipped to you. So there's a step, you can skip a couple of steps in there. If you're ordering direct, you can go right through RoadFS to do that, which is something that these guys have allowed us to tie in and just send a PO right to them. So.
Yep, yeah. And so it makes it really easy. I mean, everything from wholesale to retail, I mean, we kind of have it all. So, you know, we always tell people, especially in the detailing industry, when you're working in a shop, buying in bulk is always going to be your best friend, because you're going to get the biggest discount at that point. And let's face it, you know, you never want to be caught running out of towels. You know, running out of towels, running short on towels is a nightmare. And so always having extra of towels is going to be probably the number one thing. Chemicals can be diluted, but towels can't. So you want to make sure you have extra.
You can dilute them, but they get down to a tiny
It's not
Little
so usable.
threadbare.
Yeah.
And it's amazing actually how much use you find for towels when you have. I mean, we're really lucky. We're right here in Boise with you guys, and so when I come in here and buy bulk towels, I literally have like 4 of everything in every car. I've got one for, you know, if I get something on the wheel, I might want to use this dirty towel. They have some really good utility towels that are just, you know, grab them, throw them, wipe them down, throw them away. You guys have some of the other ones that we've gotten from you guys. The more of the Eagle Edgeless.
Yes.
We've got some of these in every car. I've got the window towels in every car, so you can wipe down the windows. My kids are nuts. They're like, Dad, why do I have to have 3 different towels? I'm like, because they serve a different purpose.
Yeah, they all do different things. Yeah.
You're not going to clean the windows with that one. You know?
No.
So, should we show these guys the new building?
I would love to see the new
You
building.
guys have seen that. I would
Show
say
them
we could show you downstairs, but everybody's working, and
show
some of these people
them-
don't
we don't
want
wanna
to
interrupt.
be
Yeah,
on,
let's go talk about
on
that.
camera. So let's go walk
Absolutely.
over
Walk
here.
across the street. It's a field trip within a field trip.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go ahead.
All right.
Right behind you.
By the way, we've already accosted your car and video it.
Yeah,
so.
that's all right.
Now
I washed it specifically so you guys.
Look at that. Look at that.
So basically, the campus here at the Rag Company, we obviously our main building. Then we have our other building across the parking lot here has our white room studio, as well as some square footage for storage. We are working on getting this building next to us at the moment.
And obviously that's
It's a process.
Whoa.
We've got these 2 buildings we've just been working on.
5 years. 5 years to take over the
This building, you know, we put the signage on for WOWO because this is our WOWO building to store all of the products and stuff. And then this end building, because we are running out of space here at the Rag Company, we need a dedicated space to make videos in. We need a dedicated training space. For so many years, you guys have seen we use the one in there.
People are
And that's
tired of the dumpsters.
Yeah.
Now they get the porta can.
But we're shipping so much product everywhere.
He said shipping. Sorry, that was bad timing on my part. I said porta. Yeah, I said shipping.
So, basically, we've got all these office spaces in the other building that, and we've got like Josh, our who does our biz dev. he sits at our conference table. He's been there for a year at the conference table. Nate, our graphic designer, sits at a reception desk to work out of. Thomas, who handles all our Amazon stuff, sits at a desk in the middle of our living room upstairs. So everybody's been kind of, Brian, who handles our warehouse manager, sits at the end of the hallway with a desk. So we needed to get these guys offices, and so the next logical step was to build a space. So this building will house 6 people, and it will be Dane, Anthony, Morgan, Tim, and Nick, our new guy, and Jimmy. They will all come over here, and this will be our new media facility. So along this side here, you can see we've started taping stuff out, but this is where we're going to be putting all of the cubicles for everybody. Along this wall, we'll have a little entry, kind of sit down, hang out, couches, little kitchenette, all that kind of stuff.
Snacks like that.
We are on air.
On air, baby.
So this takes you into what's going to become the control room and podcast studio. So this will be our new podcast studio in here.
Woo!
And we've got a window that we installed for Tim, producer Tim, so he can
mix hand
God, I feel like I'm back in radio, man.
So Tim reaching there going, Rod, watch your language. Watch your language.
Beep, 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 beep.
So we'll put in a table in here, we'll mount our TVs, all that stuff that we need, and we'll be able to shut that door. And then in here we'll build a control room with a big L-shaped desk with all the monitors and everything we wired into a central hub here. This room here is going to be our new server closet, so we've added ventilation and all kinds of stuff for it.
It'll be kind of the master for all of our systems.
Yeah,
that's
and then the
awesome.
on-air sign, so when we are podcasting, people know they can't walk in.
Yeah, and that's on a light switch, so yeah. Turn it on and off as needed.
So this will be laid out for obviously cubicles. So we'll have Tim and Nick will be in there, and then we'll have 5 cubicles in this space. So we'll have a dead space for whoever needs a space to work. But then also have that. This back wall they started taping off because that's where we're going to build cabinetry and shelving to store everything. Anthony, stand in your desk space. There's his. So over there.
There'll be a tube for direct feeding for Anthony as
peanut butter pretzels.
I'm hoping.
I'm pushing for you, dude. I'm for you.
Up here we've got another on-air light because this is going to be the main studio. So you'll be able to walk in, flip on the lights. Now, this is going to be 4 quadrants. Okay. So our current setup with the trussing and our dance floor and our back wall that everybody knows and loves is going to go in this corner right here. So we'll lay this guy down in here. Over on this side, we're going to recreate our white room that we have in our white room studio with all the curved walls, white floor, all that. So this corner will get that. In that black wall corner, we have a new left twin bush that we got from Obsessed Garage that we'll be putting in there, so we'll be able to lift the cars up, the scissor lift, and work on them, pull the wheels, all that good stuff. And then we've got Keith Duplessis building us out a wash bay. So in between those 2 beams on the ceiling right there next to all those, what they're building right now, are bathrooms and a
full
washroom.
drain and the whole 9 yards. Nice.
We'll
Good job, Keith.
We'll have a nice little area we can wash cars off.
That's awesome.
If we need to.
You guys don't know this. We're just announcing this to the world, but Jody and I, we are Founders Club members of the IDA, and we are taking on the role of consumer education. So we are going to be relying on you guys heavily. We've actually we're trying to partner with local shops to do some of that, and mostly just be around and take videos and talk about the education process. We've partnered with Sydney as well. We're going to do some education, and we're doing some more product demos. So as kind of an independent third-party thing. So we will probably be hitting you guys up to be able to be down here and video a lot of the educational stuff going on.
Well, one of the great things about this space is we are going to be doing live to tape on a lot of stuff. So we will be able to, we're going to truss everything. We're going to have cameras, lights, all that stuff. Basically, it'll all be handled in the control room, but this place will also be available for training. And so our goal is that this will become a training hub for a lot of the different manufacturers who want to utilize this space.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. So, because what Jody and I are trying to do is we're trying to get the word out to people of, and just consumers in general. Why would you want to go to a professional? Why would you want to use a professional detailer that's been trained as opposed to a professional detailer that may have just, self-taught.
Yeah.
And talk about more professional products and the professional trainings and kind of the education behind it, because as a detailer yourself, you go through hundreds and hundreds of hours of training just when a new tool comes out.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we want to highlight and show, and this is a perfect facility for that.
Yeah.
You guys are, and we'll be using their camera equipment, obviously. We're not going to top Dane. He's kind of a
Nobody
camera
can
nerd.
top
I didn't know if
Dane.
you knew that about Dane, but
Dane is the man when it
shoes
comes
have
to
a camera.
multimedia.
No, so this is really awesome, and this is going to be great. We're doing. We have a bunch of training set up where we're going to video. We actually have a couple sponsors already. A couple of them I can now mention. I can't mention some of them, but we actually have Rick from the Rag Top, not to confuse with the great Rag Company, but the Rag Top has provided us and sponsored for one training. We're going to talk about convertible tops and how to do that.
And we're going to do that with
We're going to
Sydney.
do that with Sydney, and then we would like, we're going to set up some times with you guys to come and talk about the reasons why we would want to use a premium microfiber towel instead of your old underwear. A lot of people still do some really cheesy stuff when they dry a car.
And not just wear it on their head.
You've all seen somebody take a brush and wash a car with a brush, or as we like to call it, the 5,000 grit sandpaper 2000.
Yeah. So, but that's going to be able to fit in nicely here, because one of the things that Anthony and I are working on is going to be able to set up trainings, Rag Company trainings,
Nice.
to where people can come learn to detail, and for a fee. But you come here, spend a weekend with Anthony and we'll show you the ropes, and hopefully people will have a lot of fun, and we can bring in other companies that maybe want to help us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. That is
Want to come
fantastic.
help and educate and teach.
So tons of stuff going
doing a
on in
lot.
the detailing industry. This year is going to be phenomenal. We're doing a lot of stuff. Jody and I are going to be all over the place with you guys as well.
Yeah, we got Mobile Tech in 2 weeks.
Mobile Tech coming
2
up in 2
weeks.
weeks. You guys, we're actually right next to each other.
Yep.
As you walk in the door, it's like the Rag Company Zenware right there. And then we are all going to be at the Southern Detailers Conference. You guys aren't going to be there. Okay.
Nope.
No.
We will be.
We will be
You
there,
guys will be.
and we actually are going to have a Detail Memoirs booth set up live the entire time.
Yeah.
So if you have not been on Detail Memoirs, come talk to us.
Shoot us a
If you
DM.
have, come talk to us. We're going to set it up live and do a lot of recordings and a lot of live videos, as well as have RoadFS there with some very new features that we are not going to tell you what they are. But needless to say, they're going to make a huge difference in the software, as well as on the product side, so you guys can order easily and keep track of what you're using in your detailing business. Because knowing what you don't have is just as important as knowing what you have.
All right, so I'm really chomping at the bit for WOWOs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna see the WOWO stuff.
We can go wander through and show you the line. We are going to be at the G-Technic Serum Summit.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
cool.
So we will be there for that. And then later this year, our plan in June is we are actually going to be doing our tri-state tour, where we hit Detailer's Domain, Detailed Image. Sometimes we visit our friends up in Connecticut. And then we do, of course, we will be at Waxstock this year in the UK. And then obviously the Monterey Car Week. And then we are headed to Germany for
Woohoo!
Mechanica in
Oh.
September. And then, of course, SEMA. So our year's pretty packed already.
Yeah, your wife's gonna wonder where her husband is.
I know, it's going to be hard. So, but we've been, but all of our trips we've got hopefully planned out well enough that it shouldn't be too big of a hurdle for all of us. So,
Yeah, no, that's gonna be great. So, yeah, the funny thing is, I wish we had a way to show the building that we were just in 6 months ago, because it was like this old abandoned.
You can go on our Halloween video. Something's coming or something's happening is what we call it on our YouTube channel. Hey, Morgan McMurray of the Rag Company.
Morgan.
What's up,
who it
you
is.
guys?
How's it going? And editor Tim.
Hey, they're editor Tim. Oh, in fact, I forgot to bring something to get your help, but I'll connect with you next week. So,
Basically, the WOWO's line.
Sorry, buddy.
Very simple, very easy. Anthony, you want to come? He's in here.
More snacks.
he's getting more
Anthony has to get more
snacks.
food because it's
can't
been
stop
3.5 minutes and he needs more
Right,
food.
that's right.
I don't know why
I'll
I'm just so
have
hungry all
sustenance.
the time. Okay. Anyways.
That's why he and I don't hang out, because
Oh, man,
Rod's always like, "Do you ever stop eating?" It's like, no.
Always hungry. So, all right. So getting into this. So basically, the WOWO's line, what we decided to carry on as a rag company, is not actually the full WOWO's line. There's actually a full WOWO's line that's available in Scotland, available in the UK, which there's
all of our European purchasers can get a hold
there's
of.
roughly 3 to 4 more products that we don't sell here, and there's not like a bad reason why. We just chose to bring on this line to start because the U.S. has never seen WOWOs, and so we wanted to not overdo it and come out with every single product under the sun.
Yeah, and our number one complaint for just the rag company in general is you guys have too many towels, and I don't know what I need. And so same thing kind of applied when we brought out, you guys know when we brought out PNS products and started carrying that, we didn't carry an entire lineup. We brought 6 of them to the start. And the same with Optimum. When we first started, we only brought a few out and then added to the line as we grew. So we followed that same rule of thumb with the WOWO's line. We wanted to try and, one, fill holes between the 2 lines, between Optimum and PNS, but also make sure that everything that we were carrying wasn't going to either pull sales or cannibalize basically some of the other products. And so we felt like what we brought on could stand on its own. Now this whole lineup on its own is very complete in and of itself. You're not going to miss out on anything that you wouldn't need anyway, yet everything is highly compatible with all the other stuff that we sell. And that's part of our 19 months of training with the products and utilizing the products, is making sure that if a customer wants to buy O&R, they can buy O&R and they can use the WOWO's products with O&R.
Because they're compatible.
If they buy Terminator when they're cleaning their carpets and they use Terminator and they want to use interior cleaner, there's not going to be any issues between the two.
And I think that part of that huge advantage of having you guys be professional detailers as well is that even if I were a detailer that was right down the street, you're not competing with me because you're a detailer. And not just because you're better than I am, but because you guys do use your skills and use your detailing skills to better and further the industry, as opposed to go out and try to clean 5 more cars. The detailer down the street can trust that your experience, you can say just what you said. I can use Terminator along with this interior cleaner, and it's not going to be a competing product.
My
you
goal,
can use them both.
And our goal with this was to make your job easier. We want it to be easier and we want it to be more fun. So
and that's the thing, is one of the things about the trainings that we've been to here, and I'm sure the ones coming, you see that it's not just they're good products, it's how can I use them quickly. If you go through, for instance, if you go through Rennie's training, even a 1-day training on his interior system, it shows you how to do it faster and more efficiently and get the results you want to get, because there's a huge difference between you or I doing our own car and spending like 8.5 hours on it.
I don't ever
versus
spend 8 hours on a
That's because you're a professional.
I'm an idiot. I'm saying, as opposed to a customer that comes in and they don't want to have the car at that level. I think that's one of the biggest challenges in the detailing world is your eye is going to see every little scratch and every little mar, and it's like the customer came in for a hand wash. That's all they wanted.
Yeah, and I still fall victim to that when I'm working in my garage. Is I'll do a car for a friend or a family member, and it's the same thing. I still go, should I get that out for them? Should I? And I have to remind myself, they're not paying for that. They are happy if the car is exactly what I'm giving to them.
They don't see it, anyway.
And they don't see it half the time. And so it's
and that's the difference between like 1, 2, 3 stage paint correction. A lot of people don't even know that that's possible. They just think you washed it and you threw some bead maker on it. Oh my gosh, it looks fantastic. I've told the story 100 times, but my brother-in-law has this Porsche, and I went down and I did like a 1-stage, and all I had a single foam pad, and I think I grabbed some. It was either like hyper polish or it was a finishing polish PNS. I don't remember what I had, but I had a polish and a blue foam pad. Like, it's not cutting anything. And I went over his car, and it literally was like 20 minutes. I went over to each panel. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing this totally wrong. I'm literally going, at the time I'm saying, don't tell anybody who did your car. But I got done, and he's like posting pictures and videos. This is the greatest thing ever. And I'm watching the sun glare off the scratches. I'm like, oh. But I had to stop myself and realize to him, this was fabulous. It was fabulous. And it looks good. It still looks good. And you've got to remember that that's what it's about, because they're the ones paying. And as long as your customers are happy about it and happy with the results, that's what matters. And I've said this, I used to just do interiors, and I'd wipe the car down with a quick detailer.
And people go, "Oh my gosh, you polished it. Did you put wax on it?" I was like, "No, just washed it."
Yeah.
But it was something very simple, very easy, but it looked different. And that was one of the things we tried to carry in with that WOWO's line is create that finished look, but anybody could get it. Anybody could do the things that they need to. Now, we're not talking full color correction, paint correction, or anything like that, but we want to give you the tools that make the car look its best. So when we started working out with stuff, one of the biggest things right off the bat was a shampoo. Nice, simple, easy shampoo. Anybody could use, whether you put it in a foam cannon, whether you put it in a bucket, it's going to have the same result. Now, in the UK, they do pre-soak foams, where you foam a car, and that is designed to break up the dirt. So it's usually a higher strength emulsifier.
It's a little bit more alkaline than being pH balanced. So it's a self-cleaning foam is what it is, where you'd rinse it. So, but in exchange, right? The higher alkaline, you get more chance of losing the protection that you had in the car previously. So basically, they have a lot of those. But we wanted the same concept of a long-dwelling foam that can pull things off, right? But be pH balanced, right? That doesn't have wax or additives, and it is truly pH balanced, and that's where.
So it's not going to have as much. It's not going to affect like a protectant that you have on the paint. It's not going to break that down as much.
Correct. Yeah. So basically, something that still has a little bit of bite to it, but really it all comes down to the lubrication and the way that foam kind of pulls.
We wanted it to be very simple, very easy, so that one, it's highly slick. It's got a nice lubricity, so that it's going to help prevent scratching, and it's going to pull a bunch of stuff off the surface. It's going to do everything, but you can do it whether you're doing a 1 bucket, a 2 bucket, or you're foam canning and then 2 bucketing, or you're foam canning, rinsing, 2 bucket. The goal was that the soap needed to work, period, all the way across. And so that was
still
going
to break down stuff and get it out from behind.
Behind
the moldings and whatnot.
There's the potential for us to bring over one of their pre-clean foams, which is an actual cleaning foam, a cleaning soap. It's going to be a stripping.
But you really need to educate people on that before you just bring it out, because people
because
in the U.S. may not understand that concept, and then they're going to use it the way you would use normal soap, not realizing it's going to function almost like an all-purpose cleaner in some senses.
Right.
So,
again, education is the key to any product.
Sorry,
so
you keep on.
next,
It's okay, I keep
we tried
stepping
to-
into the
we
shopping
brought out-
basket.
They had a waterless wash. We really like this waterless wash. It's dilutable as well. So in this bottle, you can dilute it up to 3 to 1 if you like. 1 to 1 is great. 2 to 1 is great. You can do it up to 3 to 1. But this is also a really great, just simple, easy
spot clean
product. We don't recommend it straight on coated cars. Please use dilution on it, because
you'll know
you'll
if
get
a car's
the best
coated.
results.
And don't shoot it all at once. You have a chaser.
Now, everything that we design has a great smell. So, Detailer shampoo has what's the
Parma Violets.
Parma Violets. So when it's aerated in a foam can, it smells amazing.
Yeah, it's basically based off an old Scottish candy, which is kind of funny, but it's
floral.
The way it was described to us by Fraser in Scotland is that it was the candies that all the grandmas had in their little candy jars, right? Yeah. And he said it was like a very nostalgic smell, and he really liked it. And then when we smelled it, we had no idea what it was because we're not from Scotland, and we said this just smells good, but we don't know what it is. And he's like, oh, well, this is what it is. And he said, let's roll with it.
And I had a detailer use it and say, smells like the candies that my grandma used to have. She's an American here. And I was like, well, that's
I think we need to release a U.S. version that smells like Werther's Originals.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
So then waterless wash smells like lemon Skittles.
Yeah.
So, really great smell. Quick Detailer was one of Anthony's babies. He worked pretty hard on this product, just trying to make sure that it tackled everything that we wanted it to.
How many iterations did you go through before you finally said, okay, this is it?
I think there was probably upwards of 10 different
So a lot of
forth.
testing.
Yeah.
So tell them all this good stuff about Quick Detailer.
So Quick Detailer, right? So basically, everybody knows a Quick Detailer is pretty straightforward, right? Everybody knows what a Quick Detailer is, right? Like the Double Black collection has paint gloss, right? Which is also technically a Quick Detailer. So a Quick Detailer, in a perfect world, will basically have some polymers that will help with cleaning light dust. Nothing crazy, but something that's going to help lift things away. Most Quick Detailers use basically a Carnauba wax, built inside that quick detailer to add a little bit of protection, add that slickness, change the surface tension of the paint when you're wiping it off. So that's why a lot of old quick detailers back in the day, you'd see some sediment at the bottom, and that'd be a lot of that carnauba that you have to shake up. So basically, we wanted to go with a pure polymer quick detailer, so something that did not have any carnauba in it. It was not wax based, and so basically more properties of what like a polymer sealant would have, but with a polymer cleaner. So basically, you are getting. Not only are you getting some good cleaning, some good light cleaning power, but the slickness is pretty crazy, and it's a very, very slick feeling product.
So if it's not a carnauba based, what is the base?
So what do you
Tell us what the base is.
Well,
Polymer.
It's just a polymer base.
It's a combination of different polymers.
No, that's great.
There is names, but they don't make any sense.
That's good enough for this brain. That's
Yeah,
good.
but
it's
points.
just
One of the great things about this quick detailer is you put it on the car. It acts very similar if folks are saying like they notice like Bead Maker gets very glossy and is very slick. This quick detailer does it mimics that same effect in the sense that it's very slick, but it enhances the gloss, but it also creates a depth of color. It enriches the color of the paint. And then one of the things it does is it actually provides some protection.
Yeah.
Which is why one of the things is we don't recommend using our quick detailer as a clay loop. A lot of folks say, I could just use that. At this point, I recommend you use waterless wash diluted as a clay loop rather than the quick detailer because of the protection aspect, because of the fact that it actually cross-links with the clear, because of the polymerization, it will cross-link and it will kind of harden almost. It's got a nice feature where it feels on the surface. So
most quick detailers will probably give you about a week's worth of protection. That's kind of the idea, is for that wax just to last long enough between each wash or every other wash. Whereas the quick detailer will last upwards of a month, if not longer, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
and it provides self-cleaning properties.
Yeah. So it won't have bead maker longevity, right? Because it is a quick detailer. It's not a true sealant, but it does provide some protection, and it's one of those, like I said, it's one of those products where it's a staple in every brand, but like. This is if I tell people if you're going to try one WOWO's product to kind of get you sold on the line, that would be
that ought to do it.
And we call it the big daddy, the granddaddy of all the quick detailers because it is something totally different than any other quick detailer on the market.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things we did. Now Showstopper, since Pan made a video, has been blown up like crazy. Showstopper is purely just a gloss enhancer.
No protection.
No protection. No surface tension change.
Okay. So it's
this is a show-off piece. So you go to a car show and you wipe your car down with quick detailer when you get there, and then you
hit that every day.
Then you lay a layer of Showstopper on it.
Okay.
This is like adding extra coats of clear to the paint. You're just making a very deep, glossy finish with it. It's only going to last about a day. Some people are saying they can get about a week out of it, but that's subjective to your eye.
Our claim is a day because realistically,
but our claim is a day. You're going to a car show. This is what you spray on to make that car just pop.
Yeah, it's pretty instantaneous. It doesn't really require any cure time or anything like
right,
that.
It's just wax on.
It doesn't have any cleaning power. Don't
spray on.
Don't use it as a drying aid because you're going to dilute it if you have water on the car. Use it use it on its own.
Don't use it on a dusty car because it doesn't have the lubricity to really.
Right, and it's just gonna gonna scratch.
That's why we say use a quick detailer and then this.
Right, so, which is that's with anything. Again, the education is the key to that. You don't want to mix products that you don't know work. You want to talk to somebody that lets you know, because there's millions of products out there. I mean, we were at SEMA this year. There had to have been 15 new coating companies, and some people claiming that a gloss enhancer or a paint protector is a coating.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And so you need to talk to people that know what they're doing, and the people that design and develop the products are the best people to talk to. And this is great.
Crystal sealant is a polymer sealant, but it's got more resin base in it.
Yeah.
So this is, if you're looking for protection, this is the ultimate in protection for the WOWO's lineup. We are about 9 months to a year in protection in this bottle. This is enough to, if you have 3 cars in your fleet, is enough to spray them all down and get a good layer of protection. Now, in the UK, this is touted as one of the best wheel sealants on the market that rivals most of the wheel coatings.
Yeah.
But this is a polymer resin
polymer
it can withstand high temperature as well.
It's got great chemical
polymer
resistance.
is not a coating, just so everybody
This
knows.
is a sealant.
Correct.
It's a sealant, not a coating.
But the polymerization and the resins in this harden to provide a very strong surface. One of the things is when I put it on glass, I ran my truck through the car wash 9 times this year with this on it, and I ended up having to scrape it off with a razor blade. I left high spots on it because the product stayed on through the car washes. So this is a very strong product. Now it acts very similar to applying a coating. The application process is very similar.
So put it on, let it flash, wipe it off, not just wipe on.
Basically,
wipe
yeah.
off.
You can. We recommend you can do it in a couple different ways. You can spray it on, wipe it off. Some people really like that method. Other people like using an applicator sponge. So you spray it on a sponge, apply it to the surface, wipe it off. The other thing is people can put it in a foam cannon. So you can put it in your cannon, just water, foam it on the surface of the car, rinse it off, dry the car. So there's a lot of different application methods.
Would you recommend people putting it on glass or protecting the glass?
You can put it on glass with
Just
it,
don't let it build up high spots.
Yeah.
Put it on and wipe it off. Again,
Again, watch your high spots.
And
Education.
anytime you're
But
putting
the
on
point
anything
is,
that's an actual
yeah.
sealant,
Yes.
watch high spots. If you have a problem, you're going to, if you have something on the
It's
paint, you're
strong.
going to seal it in.
It's a very strong product.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
It's probably the best situation for, like I said, it's great for paint. It's great for those folks that maybe they want something, but they like going through a car wash, and they just want protection. They don't care about fixing scratches or anything like that. They just want to know that the paint is protected. It's a really great product for that. It's also just a great product. I've been using it when I polish cars at my house. I finish it off and I put a layer of crystal sealant on it, and it's good to go.
I was just say there could be a difference in durability versus longevity when it comes to a product, say like crystal sealant, because I think a lot of people would find, sure, maybe there are other products that may last longer in terms of the overall length of the durability. However, the durability of it is it can hold up. It's tough as nails.
Yeah.
You put it through all kinds of stuff in the ringer just because, like YouTubers do these torture tests and stuff. Crystal sealant was holding up to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
and
right,
it was
right.
borderline coating kind of.
Right. And just because I see a lot of questions and stuff out on the forums and out on the internet and all this stuff. So, well, why would I want to use a sealant if I'm using something? If I do paint protection,
Right.
you literally, if you take a raw car, just clear coat, and you polish it, you can take the wrong microfiber towel and scratch it afterwards. You want to have a sealant on there to protect what you've just spent hours doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did all
Because
that work and
undo
then
that
just-
that fast. So that's one of the reasons you want to have a polymer, a sealant, or something as a protectant over the top of that paint. So
Sacrificial layer.
So next in the line, obviously, tar and glue remover. It's a great tar and glue remover. That's why we love it.
Safe on clear, safe on glass. It's just a good tar and glue remover.
I debadged my whole Suburban with it prior to wrapping it using tar and glue. I love that stuff.
Lacetive wheels.
This, everybody was asking us for years and years. We just want a glass cleaner. We used to say, take O&R, mix it 256 to 1, put it in a spray bottle, and you got a glass cleaner. That's great, and that works really well. We could also say, take paint coating surface prep over there by Dane, use that as a glass cleaner.
The green stuff.
Use Optimum's paint
And we
prep
have.
as a glass cleaner. The point is, it still doesn't say glass cleaner. And
Yeah,
there
I
are
walk into the
customers-
store and you tell me that it just.
There are customers
I have to
that go,
dilute.
I have to dilute. Hold on, it's just it's too much for some people. So, WOWO's had a glass cleaner. One of the neat things about this product is it's alcohol-free and ammonia-free. This is just a pure, clean surfactant, some clever chemistry, but it works phenomenally. And it provides a one-wipe, streak-free finish. So, you can hit it with a towel, spray it on a towel, wipe your glass, and it's clean. It's strong enough to power through any tar, any nicotine, and any vape juice that gets built up on glass. This stuff is really, really good for what it can do. And like we said, it just cleans easy. And that's one of the reasons we brought it on. All of us were like, holy cow, this is a really good glass
A
cleaner.
glass cleaner called glass cleaner.
Well, the thing is if you disagree with me, go ahead and make a comment and send it directly to me. But there are about 90%
Or
of
Dane at the
people,
Red
if they are
Company.
asked
Yeah.
what their most hated part of detailing is,
It's doing glass.
it's doing the glass.
Yeah.
Which is why
People
every
hate
job
the
you guys
glass.
ever did, you told me to do the glass.
Right. Yes. That's exactly.
Everybody's got to have
I'm
a
the
minion.
non-detailer here, so I
You
get the glass job.
which seems like the easiest part. It's
Yeah.
glass. I'll just wipe it off. But trying to get the glass clean is insane.
Yeah.
So Quick Detailer has an amazing smell. Showstopper has an amazing smell. Tar and glue remover doesn't smell good. Glass cleaner, because it is a solvent, so you are going to have that.
you're gonna have solvent.
Glass cleaner, there is no scent. One of the reasons we didn't put a scent in it is because that would end up putting an oil in it, which would then change the properties of how it would clean. So, tire restore. Most of the time, tire dressings don't have a scent. This has a scent, so it makes it even more fun to use because it smells so good. But we took all the best things that we liked with other tire dressings on the market. So one of the things that this has is it's got a tracer in it. So you spray it on the tires, it starts to turn blue, so you can see where you got it on the tire and where you missed. The other great thing is this is based on dwell time, increases the level of gloss. So you can spray this on and let it sit.
Okay.
The longer you let it sit, the shinier the tires get. If you want to do a quick matte finish, you spray the tires down, you walk back over and you wipe it off. You can use a brush to apply it, you can use applicator sponge to apply it, or you can just spray it on. This is a water-based tire dressing, so if you get some on the wheels, you just wipe it off. One of the other great things about this product is that it bonds to rubber. So it, similar to like OptiBond tire dressing, where it actually enjoys and works. The length of time that is needed allows it to bond to rubber, but leaves it dry to the touch once it's actually bonded fully. So you can get a high gloss finish, wipe it down with a microfiber, it is dry to the touch, you're never going to have any sling, but you're still going to have that high gloss finish. We had people at SEMA, we had it on the Lamborghini, people were touching the tires, feeling them, just couldn't believe it because the tires were so shiny.
But you can see how shiny they were. They just didn't believe that you put that on there.
We made those things super glossy.
So we
for
let
a
them
reason.
actually apply it in a few cases. Like,
Yeah.
Here you go. Try it for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's a really great product. And again, it smells like Georgia peaches, which is amazing.
So nice.
Clean Wheels, you guys are getting a sneak peek. Clean Wheels will be available on the 27th of January. It's been available in store since the launch, but it's actually going to be available online come 27th all over the US and UK and Europe. So this is a really great wheel cleaner. It's a non-acid, and it's a very strong wheel cleaner, but it's also highly dilutable. So this, some people may go, oh, that's not enough. But Anthony, what's the dilution ratio on this?
So, so basically, right out of the bottle, if you wanted to do heavy wheel cleaning, you'd be going 3 to 1. If you want to do more of your kind of just maintenance cleanings, you'd go anywhere from 5 to 1 to 10 to 1. But in order for it to foam out of an IK sprayer, it has to be at the max 10 to 1, at the minimum 20 to 1. Yeah, it can't.
You don't need a lot.
It can't. So that's the thing. It actually foams so much. There's so much foaming agent in it to where if you try to put it any I guess less than 10 to 1, it won't foam because it will, but it is too thick, and so
It's peanut butter.
Yeah, so you actually have to do 10 to 1,
And it makes a really neat foam that
It-
sticks
it-
and stays on the surface, and you can scrub it and do stuff.
It's
and
not messy.
It's buildable foam.
It's very interesting how it works. But basically, that would not be we don't recommend using it straight out of the bottle. We'll just say,
Right. Well, if you're going to
just-
foam it, obviously you can't
it's
do it. So
very
you gotta-
similar to how Power Clean
Clean
from Optimum.
in this bottle is straight.
We tell people
We tell
not to
people
use it
dilute
straight.
that.
We
And
tell
I would
people
say it's,
3
like
to 1,
it says,
5 to
it's
1, 10 to
clean
1.
wheels, not clean tires. So it's for wheels. That's
Right,
the
right.
intended purpose.
Now, fallout remover. Everybody has used fallout removers or iron removers, and they all smell. Everybody hates that scent. Well, we figured a way around it. And this product still has a light smell to it, but it has a lemon scent. And when you put it in a foam can, it smells amazing. When you spray it you put it in your IKs, you spray it on a car, you spray it on tires, it's not going to gas you out and make you nauseous like other
So
iron removers.
for the consumer aspect, explain a little bit what fallout removers are.
It's got a thioglycolate that reacts with iron deposits that have embedded themselves in the clear coat. And so if you see a lot of white service trucks for like utility companies will have it. Anytime someone's parked near railroads, as the trains go by, the iron deposits fly off. Your wheels on your brakes and your brake drums cause a lot of brake discs and rotors cause a lot of iron deposits all over the wheels. So this is a great wheel cleaner. It's also great to put all over the paint on the car to help remove and decontaminate. We recommend doing it at least once a year with a iron remover. So But Fall Remover, like we said, has a very nice lemon scent, and it was funny, we were actually spraying it, testing it one day, and our warehouse team, who has to walk by where we keep the Ferrex and knows what an iron remover smell is, they go, what are you guys spraying? It smells so good. And we were like, Fall Remover?
Yeah, and we've had customers tell us the same thing. They're like, yeah, somebody walked into the room in the garage where I was working and said, what are you using right now? That smells so good.
Yeah.
A fallout remover. If you knew what this was,
It's one of those things that pretty,
you'd be expecting rotten eggs, but
there's a funk.
It is,
Yeah.
So ours doesn't have that, which is nice. Then we just got nice all-purpose cleaner. Again, all the names are very basic as to what they actually do, just to make it easy for folks. This is an all-purpose cleaner. It can work on your tires, can work on your inner fender wells, it can work to decontaminate stuff, you can use it on wheels. You can put it in a foamer, you can foam it, you can do everything that you would normally do with any other type of all-purpose cleaner. It works on carpets, works on plastics, all that good stuff.
And there's plenty of things around your house you can do with these.
Yep.
I use a lot of these products on, for instance, my hot tub, which is a fiberglass surface, and the cover of it is a vinyl. There's just there's a bunch of creams and leather conditioners that work perfectly to seal that.
Yeah.
And you know,
Nice.
Interior
Showers.
cleaner, Anthony.
So interior cleaner, so that was kind of a newer addition to the WOWO's line. So the thing is most people when it comes to interiors, they're kind of unsure what to use where, right? Because they say, okay, well, I have an interior, I have plastic, I have Alcantara, I have a mixture of leather, I have carpet, I have normal fabric, I have piano black plastics, you know, I have all these different things, touch screens, you know, I have all these different things, you know, I don't know what to use for each and every one of these things. Well, we're able to tackle 80% of those things with just the one product, which was interior cleaner, which can be used on pretty much everything on your interior. I mean, by virtually everything. We wouldn't recommend it on windows, but everything other than that, plastics, leather, it can be used on carpet, it can be used on headliner, it can be used on all those different things. And it is
wood, any of that.
It is a neutral scent, no dyes. There's no dyes in there, so it wouldn't turn your fabrics or anything like that, any colors. But it's a high foaming interior cleaner. So if you're a fan of working things in with a brush and get it building that lather and building that foam, it works exceptionally well. But basically it's there to help target salts, it's here to target fats, certain things like that that will embed themselves in certain areas of the interior and kind of basically produce a nice clean matte finish, right?
Okay.
So very similar to like Express Interior Cleaner. It's not going to add any protection. It's just going to clean and degrease and dissolve anything from the surface, leaving it fresh, clean, and brand new.
And you can use it on leather in a pinch. We don't want you to have to do that on leather because the leather surface has a different composition. But you can, if this is all you have, you can use it safe for leather. It's not going to hurt anything.
Right. Leather's a natural material. It does have some special.
And that's why we have a leather cleaner specifically designed for leather. So next is interior finish. This was actually the first product I fell in love with the WOWO's line. So when I first met Fraser Gordon at Waxstock 2 years ago, I went and looked at his lineup. He sent me some products back with me. This was in that first bundle. And this product I absolutely fell in love with, and I was like, I am sold. If the rest of the line works as good as this, we're golden. Now, we did have to change a lot of stuff, and Anthony didn't agree with me on that situation. So we had to go back to the drawing board, and the three of us had to work on how do we make everything right. This was the one product we didn't change. This is just an interior dressing. Call it interior finisher. It's got an amazing scent. It's got a nice anti-static, as well as the same thing with the tire dressing. It's got a dwell time. Okay. So you can spray this on your interior panels and let it sit, or put it on heavy and let it sit. And the longer you let it sit, the higher the gloss. But if you're spraying your door panels and your dash and you're wiping everything down, you're spraying it on a cloth and you're just wiping and dusting, you are going to have a nice matte finish that is protected with has UV protection as well as an anti-static. And it smells great. One of the things I love about this is everybody has all these different interior cleaners. Everything has a different scent. We wanted the scents to not be incompatible. So, because all my years of detailing, I'd have different products, different chemicals that would get worked together into an interior, and it could cause the interior, even though it's clean, to smell very weird
Like a graveyard at the soda machine.
Right.
Just all of them together.
That's right. You got
Yeah.
the lemon and you got the mint
Yeah,
together.
you got lemon.
Not
Yeah,
good.
you get like a lemon and a mint, and you get a banana.
Yeah. It's
So
funky.
yeah, so you
Sounds
get,
great as a drink, not as a smell.
Right. So the point was, this is a nice melon scent, but it matches interior finisher and everything else very well. So this takes over the scent, which is very nice, very
Scent
neutral.
coordination.
And that was very important.
Yeah.
So the last two we got here, we kind of try to sell these together: is leather cream and leather conditioner or leather cleaner. Leather cleaner is designed specifically to bring the pH level back to neutral with the leather.
Okay.
Cleans very well, very safe, very nice. Doesn't dry out the leather, doesn't dry out your skin, doesn't do any of that stuff. Leather cream is your protectant to basically, as a sealant, you're protecting that sealed and coated leather.
Awesome.
So both of them work amazing. Our interior system is quite possibly one of the strongest arms of the WOWO line. And then we brought out two waxes, Contact 121, which smells like Sweetie Fresh, as we call it. It's like a Japanese candy.
Yeah.
This
Pretty nice.
is a carnauba wax with a montan and beeswax, or is that right? Montan and Brazilian, but it also has
Resin.
some resins in it to create a contact angle of 121 degrees, which is the highest contact angle out of any other current carnauba wax coating anything. So water repellency, this is the king right now for water repellency. But it's a wax. And I always have all these old guys that would come into my shop,
Want to wax. They didn't
just
wanna
wanted a
spray
wax,
them,
didn't want a coating, but their friend, their grandson, their buddy, sending pictures of cars and the water like just not sticking to the car. And they go, well, I want that. Well, you get that with a coating. Well, now, this is why we brought this on, was I was like, oh my gosh, I had a need for that. And I think a lot of people still do.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
That's
A lot of people can still, you can put some wax on, those guys can go out there, wax their hot rods and stuff like that, and still get the crazy water repellency that they can make a video or whatever they want. And then, of course, Malo wax, just a straight, clean, finish wax, Brazilian, Montan, and beeswax mix. Smells like marshmallows. And this was just to make the place smell good, but also provide a very simple, easy wax that anybody could use. And the way we kind of teach it is anybody can drive a car, but you always want to try and teach your children to drive a stick.
Yes.
Right? Because it's part of the skill of driving. It's something that they should learn how to do. Now, anybody can take a product and spray it on a car surface and get it done. But it's part of teaching your child to properly lay a coat of wax. It's still an art form.
Yes.
And that's one of those products, and that's one of the reasons we brought it on, is it smells good, it's fun, it'll create a scent memory, and it's something that is therapeutic. And so we wanted people to enjoy it. So easy on, easy off. And it smells like marshmallows.
Miyagi of
Yeah.
waxes.
Exactly.
So
That's awesome.
we are going to we're gonna later on we'll talk to you guys about coming down and doing some product demos so we can actually
We
see
can
these
do that,
work. We
yeah.
obviously aren't gonna have enough time to do that today because we haven't prepped these guys and their beautiful new training facility isn't up and doing